graduate's world was shaken because of careless driving.
Exams can be a stressful time, but at least you'll know this week's schedule.
And a few of our Cardinal sports teams got their head in the game. TTV News starts right now.
Caleb DeWitt.
Graduation is supposed to be the best part of your high school career, but sometimes things don't go as planned. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Madeline Dingman.
And I'm Drew Ritter. For one Davison student, this was the cold, hard truth. Morgan Wells joins us now with her story.
After a tragic accident on graduation night, this Davison alum fought for his life. This is Caleb DeWitt.
Caleb DeWitt. It was graduation night in 2017 when disaster struck. He was heading to the school walk-in after the graduation, designed to keep kids safe on their exciting night, and was picking up some friends when he crashed into a car, head-on.
I can still remember seeing the oncoming car before it hit us.
His car ended up colliding into a tree. His friends were okay, but Caleb wasn't so lucky. He had many severe injuries and ended up in a coma.
I had a as they call it, a TBI, traumatic brain injury. And that caused my right arm and right leg did not work so well, so it was to my left lobe.
When he woke up in the hospital, the doctors had told him that he had died. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He was in absolute shock, and then it clicked to him why he had survived.
I also remember speaking to God, and God told me that it is not my time yet.
During his stay in the hospital, whispering was the loudest noise.
We stopped all visitation. The only ones we allowed in to see him was his immediate family, his brothers and his father and I, because the nursing staff and the doctors told us that any stimulation to his brain could cause more damage and he wouldn't heal.
This incident affected many people. Family, friends, classmates, and teachers were all devastated when they found out the haunting news. His little brother, the most.
I think he threw up everything he tried to eat for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Things that I'm sure he wished he would have said, things they could have done together.
The road to recovery was a long one. Caleb had to go through many physical therapy sessions to regain the use of his limbs. Although the accident happened more than a year ago, his fight still isn't over. He still has problems walking and moving his arm.
I had to sort of relearn walking. It wasn't as good as it was before, and it still is not.
While the accident has caused lots of physical trauma, Caleb says there's been an even bigger struggle in other areas.
No. Former friendships are not that strong anymore, sadly.
So people just not know how to deal with it, don't know how to talk to you?
I think so. They don't say it, but I think so.
How many friends have you lost?
Well, all of them, well, almost all of them but one.
It's going to take a lot to get Caleb's life back on track, but his struggles have not gone unnoticed. Caleb is a recent recipient of the Spirit Award. It is given by Hurley Medical Center to several patients in celebration of their amazing recovery. Caleb is still in the process of recovering and says each day is a battle, both mentally and physically.
It's been very challenging for multiple reasons. Some days because I just wasn't interested, other days because I had a very severe headache.
Caleb wants everyone who gets behind the wheel to take this piece of advice with them.
Take your time. It's not worth it, no matter what the benefits are of you being there on time. You don't want to die like me, because I did die 3 times.
Caleb is now taking life one step at a time and is a reminder to everyone to drive safely. Morgan Welch, DTV News.
If you value the extra sleep you get on Wednesday mornings or the extra help, exam days are all delayed days. Your first class starts at 9:30 and ends at 11:43, and your second class starts at 11:48 and ends at 2:36. On Wednesday, you'll take your first and second hour class exams. On Thursday, you'll be testing in your third and fourth hour class, and on Friday, you'll take fifth and sixth hour exams. Good luck, everyone, and be sure to study up. Speaking of exams, if there's a test you don't feel prepared for, some student ambassadors are here to help. They will be hosting an exam cram in the library today after school and tomorrow until 3:30. So grab a friend in those exam reviews. Some of the most successful environments are friendly and encouraging ones.
If you want to use your pure imagination and audition for the school's musical this year, auditions are scheduled for January 30th after school and have been opened to all students. Prepare at least 16 measures of a song and a monologue of at least a minute, and think positive going into this audition. Coming up in sports, you can catch the intense highlights captured at Friday night's basketball doubleheader.
And Jordan Button will take us back in time to the pom pom competition on Saturday for an exciting look into the varsity pom team's performance.
DTV News is Davison's #1 student-run television station, covering your news, sports, and student life. Check out the latest stories and much more online at dtvnews.org. Look for the latest updates and get connected on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And don't forget to check all of our videos on the DTV News YouTube page for game highlights, newscasts, concerts, and more. DTV News, Davison's #1 news station.
And then some. Davison is going for the upset.
For that strong arm.
What's up, Davison? It's your boy Button back at it again on Sports Sets for today's sports announcements. Last Friday, the boys and girls basketball team competed in a doubleheader against the Grand Blanc Bobcats. Our boys basketball team started off strong. Here, Bryce Lott makes it look easy with a quick tray. Cade Coleman once again came to play with multiple threes. Here, right here, up and in. Cush. Coleman finishes off that. Cade also had a heck of an assist with behind-the-back pass to Cameron Baker. The boys' basketball team fought hard, but Grand Blanc was just too aggressive, pulling away with a victory 59-43. Good luck next time, boys. The girls finished off out the first half 3 points behind Grand Blanc at 10-7, but bounced back in the third quarter, scoring 8 points over Grand Blanc, pushing the score to 15-13. Fortunately, the girls couldn't bring back the win and lost 22-19. If you missed last Friday's doubleheader, the Cardinals will be facing off against Powers on February 1st. DTV will have the game live on our Charter Channel 191, and highlights will be posted on our YouTube page at DTV News. On Saturday, the varsity pom team qualified for states in Class A Division II in the regionals competition at Northville High School. The team scored a total of 247.5 points out of 330. The pom team will be on the road again to compete in 2 weeks in states held at the Breslin Center in Lansing on January 27th. The bowling teams also competed this weekend and both defeated the Grand Blanc Bobcats. The girls won 22-8 with Callie Richardson Fuller scoring 234, Elizabeth Springsteen close behind at 213, and Lindsey Gibson at 185. The boys scored 30 points to Grand Blanc 0, with Shane Gagnon scoring 230, 230 points. Tyler Williams had a close 213. Isaac Dudla got 198, and Caden Duckworth got 196. Tomorrow, the boys and girls basketball team will be competing at Monitor Lanes in Bay City at 5:30. The boys basketball team will be taking on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame Prep at Notre Dame High School in Pontiac at 7. On Wednesday, the hockey team will be at Ice Mountain in Burton to face the Powers Chargers at 6, while the wrestling team will be facing Grand Blanc Rapids West Catholic at Lapeer. Hey, Haley, it's a bit cold out there. How are the roads looking for Davidson Cardinals this week?
The roads are looking good, but a little chilly for my first week on weather. This week looks to be a cold and cloudy one. Today is going to be a mild but a little chilly with a high of 37 and a low of 24. Moving to Tuesday, it's going to be a high of 39 and a low of 24. Next up on Wednesday, it's going to be a little warmer with a high of 44 and a low of 29. Sadly, on Thursday, our temperature drops and gets cold again with a high of 36 and a low of 33. Well, Davison, that looks to be all I have for your weekly weather forecast. I'll send it back over to the anchors on our desk.
Later on DTV, this upcoming Thursday, DTV will be covering the Gates second grade concert here at the middle school. Make sure to come on out and watch the kids sing. If you can't make it, you can check us out on our Charter Channel 191 and make sure to keep up to date on our Twitter and Facebook for the inside look. Last week, we asked you if you preferred to watch a single basketball game or a jam-packed doubleheader. With a solid 62% win over the single game, doubleheader takes it. Guess people just like to watch as much action as possible. Exams are looming overhead, and people have their opinions on how they make them feel. We asked you to send in a meme or GIF to represent that feeling and how we could steal it and throw it up on the newscast. And today we chose this GIF of a famous Lord of the Stars sent in by Vince Freeman. Very funny. Honestly, I'm feeling the same way right now.
I'm most nervous for my test, but I'm probably most nervous for my math test. That's something I want to do.
Yeah, I'm really nervous for my history exam, so I gotta study up.
The stress is definitely still there. Luckily, as a senior, it's my only midterms left for the year. I'm in high school, so that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm Jordan Button alongside Maddie Dingman, Drew Ritter, and Haley O'Connor. Have a great day, Davison.
Oh, yeah.
Say it, right now.